Good evening. Good evening. You're welcome to the tutorials with From Eternity Schoolboy. Today we'll take a look at biology. Take a look at biology. Today is what? 18th, right?
19th.
Huh?
19th.
Sorry, 19th. Thank you. We are still discussing evolution among the world, the 5 kingdoms. These are second contacts on this topic. Of course, when you say the 5 kingdoms, you're talking about what? Remember, Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and what? Animalia. We discussed Monera, we discussed Protista. Now, today we go into the kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi. So, at today's lecture, we'll discuss the kingdom fungi. Then, after that, we'll now look at sample questions, okay? From JAMB and see what we can make out of it on this topic. So fungi. So fungi is the plural form of what? Fungus. The plural form of what? Fungus. So more than one is fungi. So fungi. Our reference book for today is Modern Biology for Senior Secondary School, by Sarojini T. Ramalingan, as revised by Lucy Akonwa and JBC Obidiwe, revised edition 2018. So most of the things we are going to say today come from here, and we also have our past question review, Prep 50 Biology, UTME past questions. Alright, so let's continue. So, under this fungi, that's where you see organisms like mushrooms. You see things like mushrooms. You see things like yeast. Are we together?
Yeah.
Yeast. There are many of them. Yeast. Even the mold, the bread molds, right? So where does yeast and molds, are they the same thing? Yes or no? Are you sure? So we have molds, we have bread molds, we have slime molds, and what have you. I mean, even toadstools. And many of them. Slime mold is there. Bread mold is there. We have mushroom. There are many of them. So, now these are some examples of organisms under what? That are what? Fungi. Now, here, what is it called? Rhizopus. Is it set with mold? Rhizopus. Are you sure? Rhizopus. Find out. Rhizopus have moved. And it's empty.
They go under the same
Is it the same name? Is it scientific? Is it English? Is it the same organism or different organisms?
They are different organisms.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Find out. Excuse me. All right. Sorry for the distraction. So you find out. Let us know, if possible, before the end of this class or in the next class. But just know that few examples are here. Now, you have one thing about this fungus, and we are going to discuss this under the following heading. We look at the examples, okay? All together. Then which we are giving, we will look at the habitat where you can see them, okay? Then we will look at their general features, okay? Then we will look at their what? Nutrition, okay? Their mode of nutrition. We look at their reproduction. How do they reproduce? Then we also look at we look at the economic importance. This is not a mycology class. Even though yes, we are just studying this as part of biology. It's not a mycology class. I'll just mention a few classes, okay? But it's not a general classification. I'll just mention maybe 2-3 classes of these fungi, then maybe one or two examples on each of them. But when you go into pure mycology class, as in mycology as a topic, that's when you start going deep into all those things. That is more, it's a bit advanced, okay? It's beyond the scope of what you are doing. But we just mention 1 or 2 words, classes, okay? That exists. So that's what we do. So where do you think fungi can be found easily? What's the commonest habitat? Mud. You mean mud or moist? Mud. Are you talking about mud or moist or high humid area? Damp surfaces?
Yes, damp surfaces. That's mud.
Mud. It's not really mud. The damp surfaces and mud are not the same. Mud is different altogether. So you meant damp surfaces. You use damp, not mud. Damp surfaces. Excuse me, this person has been calling me. I don't know. Maybe there's something important. Maybe one of these. Let me see. Please. Hello? 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 Sorry. So, okay. And you see them, you can see them on down when it comes to their habitat. What are the habitat where you can see them, okay? You can see them on the land, true of us, terrestrial, but there are specific places you see them mainly, where they don't play with a moist area, moist or damp surfaces. Then also on over the dead organic matters, they inhabit dead organic matters. That's where they stay more, because they feed on what? These things, okay? You know the habitat, or where you find most organisms, is where they can easily get food, easily get shelter. True of us, these are basic things, or even water. Of course, when we mention food, I'm talking about including water. So that's basically where you see the living organisms. You rarely see a living organism that's staying where it cannot get food, because these are the basic necessity: shelter, food, and water. Of course, they don't talk of clothing now, true of us. So where they are covered and where they can easily get their food. Food is the most important thing that attract them to a particular what? A particular place they can stay. So now, even I mentioned of dead organic matters, right? If you keep bread now, and the bread still, after some time, you find out the bread has sometimes you see orange substances covering it. Sometimes you see ash, depending, or that thing that covers it is what? You see, is what? From the class of fungi. For bread is what? Bread mold. Because do you know what? This is where they stay, they feed on it. Even log of woods. You see this one they call mushroom. You always see them around wood, true of us. Wood. They feed. They feed on the organic matters present in the world. You know, wood is nothing but what? It's nothing but what? It's not but what? Cellulose, right? If you break it down, you start seeing what? Glucose. Am I communicating? Good. Now, then another thing there, another thing where you can see them is what? If your shoe is somehow not properly dry, maybe after rain, if your shoe is soaked, or maybe after walking under the rain, and you notice that your shoe or your clothes is wet, damp, not properly dry, or you wash clothes and spread the clothes not properly dry before you bring the clothes in, and if you leave them, pack them like that, be it your shoe, be it your clothes, be it your belt, provided it is leather or organic material. You know your clothes is organic material, unless it's synthetic. Provided it's organic, once it's damp and you keep it, give it some days, go back there, you see mold on it. And if you don't do anything there, the mold will start eating before you know that, the clothes will just spoil, the shoes will just spoil. So this is what happens. So this is where you see them. Damp surfaces, moist areas. They like moisture much. So now, when it comes to their general features, all of them, most of the fungi are non-motile. Most of them are non-motile. You know what I mean by being non-motile? Yeah? Motility, movements, most of them don't move. They lack what it takes to move about, just like other organisms. They don't move about. Am I communicating? So most of them are, except slime mold. We accept what? Slime mold. I'm talking about their general features now. In total motility, most of them are non-motile. Most of them are what? Non-motile. We are here.
Yes.
Non-motile. Except what? Slime mold. Slime mold is what? Motile. Are we together? Now, they don't have what? Chlorophyll. Fungi, they don't do what? Have what? Chlorophyll. So what is the implication of not having chlorophyll? What is the implication of not having chlorophyll? they lack chlorophyll. What is the implication of fungi lacking chlorophyll? The implication is that they cannot make their own food. It's not. They cannot make their own food, at least photosynthetic. They cannot carry out what? Photosynthesis. Am I completing? Because you need chlorophyll to carry out what? Photosynthesis. That means they are not autotrophs. Okay? They are not what? Autotrophs. So they don't have what? Chlorophyll. Therefore, they cannot produce their own food. They cannot carry out what? Photosynthesis. So, what is their mode of nutrition? Since they don't have, what type of organisms they are now? Since they don't have chlorophyll, they cannot produce their own food. They are heterotroph, basically, but specifically they are saprophytes. We call them what? Saprophytes. They are what? Saprophytes. Saprophytes. There are another group of organisms that are under these saprophytes. Name them. What are they? Huh? We discussed this now. What are you doing this?
No, it's just that the name. I knew that there's another one.
Say it now. And yes, you say that fungi are saprophytes. Yes. What organisms again are under this are also saprophytes? Example of the which one? Bacteria now. What are you doing?
I knew that.
You know what?
I can't.
You can remember it. Examines. So please remember. Please, it's very important to remember. Okay? Please, remember. So you don't enter hall and be saying you don't remember. Remember, please. Very important. Bacteria are what? Saprophytes. Okay, let's continue. So what happens? Why are they called saprophytes? Because they feed where? On the food that is present in the dead parts of what? Plants and animals. Once they die, bam, you see them. They feed on the organic matter. And they cause decomposition. True of us. They as they feed on it now, the body will decompose, be it plant, be it animal, they will decompose fast. So that is why they are called what? Saprophytes. Okay. So that by implication now, fungi and bacteria are called what? Decomposers. Okay? So fungi alongside what? Bacteria are called what? Decomposers. Because they break down the what? The organic matter, right? The food present in the what? The dead what? Living organisms. They break it down, they do what? They absorb the nutrient there. Are we together? So that's what they do. So that's why you see them. That's why you see them. This also, remember what I told you? That this has a lot to do with how they feed, has a lot to do with what determines their habitat, where they inhabit. Remember, I think I mentioned something like this. So I mentioned log of wood, right? Wood, log of wood. Even dead leaves, fruits, leather. I think I mentioned leather here, right? Bread. Now, remember we are talking about their what? Nutrition, hope you know.
Yes.
Are you aware?
Yes.
Even though most of them are saprophytes, some of them are parasites. Some are what? Parasites. They live, parasites live in or on the surface of, inside living, a parasite live inside the host living organism or on the surface of the what? Host living organism. What matters is that it feeds on that living organism. Saprophyte focus on dead organism. Parasite on the living they battle with the living, compete with the living for their nutrients, and in fact, they discomfort the living to the extent that they wouldn't kill the living if not well controlled. They will kill the what? Organism. True of us. So they live and feed on the what? Living organism. And they got so this will also, of course, when it happened, they cause the disease, true of us, on the what? Organism. Be it plants, be it what? Animal. So generally, how do they look like? Generally, still under this should fall under general features, okay? This should come first. And anyhow, just do that. What I'm about to say now should fall under what? The general features or characteristics. Talking of the morphology, how the structure look like and everything. Under what? General features. Alright, so that's what we want to talk about now. The morphology, the morphology and structure, and what have you. Now they are mostly multicellular, except few, like yeast. Yeast is unicellular, but most of them are what? Multicellular. So how is the structure? How is structure of fungi? How is that? How do their structure look like? Now, generally, the structure of fungi, they have three structure called hypha. Okay, so it's hypha. What is hypha? One of them is hypha. So they have most of them are made up of what? This one is called hypha, branching, red line structure. That's what? It's hypha. You know, we said that the organism or the material organism is called substrate. Called what? Substrate. So these substrates, when they rest on the substrate, when the substrate, this high pierce inside the what? Inside the what? Substance of what? Branch side and stay. It's true that what? Absorb, digest and absorb what? Am I communicating? That you see the umbrella, if you see stuff like on the wood of food, it's taking the nutrients from that what? Am I communicating? Now this hyphae, they do what? Grow inside the what? Food. So when they branch inside this soft inside what? They form network. They form a network. They will form different will form that network. So the network of hyphae is called mycelium. Mycelium. Plural. Mycelia. Sorry. Mycelium. For one name, mycelia. It is not F. Mycelia. Sorry, cilia. Not cilia. Mycelium, mycelia. So they form this branch. Remember the hyphae, they branch in the substrate. When you have a network of hyphae, form what? The mycelium. Okay? So you can have a network of mycelium, different. So in all, we call them in plural form what? Mycelia. Are we together? Mycelia. So please note these things. Okay? Mycelium, mycelia, hypha. Okay? Don't let them confuse you. Now let's continue. So Now let's pick up one is a single hypha. How does hypha look like? Remember, when you have more than one hypha, you have hypha. So for one, how does it look like? How does hypha look like? That's what we want to talk about now. Now, hypha is made up of, it has cell wall, rigid cell wall, okay? It has a rigid, hypha has a rigid cell wall, but that cell wall is not cellulose cell wall, it's what? It contains nitrogenous compound called chitin. So it's a chitinous rigid what? Cell wall. It's a chitinous rigid, it has chitin, composed of what? Chitin. So it's a chitinous rigid cell wall. Chitinous rigid cell wall. Even though it looks like cellulose cell wall, it's not actually what? Cellulose cell wall. It's chitin. However, sometimes you may see some that may have it, that cellulose cell, but it's majority is what? Chitin, okay? Look another point here. Slime molds do not have what? Rigid cell wall. You know that point. Slime molds do not have what? Rigid cell wall. Okay? Now, what if let's look at the internal structure of this hypha. So remember we said that most of the fungi are multi-cellular. Only few like yeast is what? Unicellular. Now, the hypha has the wall of this hypha is crossed. It has a crossed wall, and is divided into not cell, but cell-like compartments. Cell-like what? Compartments. So the hypha wall is divided into cell-like compartment that has nucleus. They have nuclei. So they are multinucleated cell-like what? Compartments. Multinucleated. So they have nuclei, nucleus. Each compartment has its own nucleus. It's cell-like because there is no complete cytokinesis. You know what cytokinesis is? When in cell division, when the cytoplasm after the nucleus, after division of the nucleus into different daughter nuclei, so the cytoplasm need to completely do what? Divide, two of us. But here there's no cytokinesis where the cytoplasm is now separated to have a complete. Each of these nuclei has its own cytoplasm. No, it's just cell-like. Am I communicating? So that's what we mean by what? Multinucleated what? Cell-like compartments. Is it clear? So we say that the hive has rigid cell wall that is what? Chitinous. It has chitin, and the hypha come together. When you have more than one hypha, network of hyphae forms a what? Mycelium, right? And these things are inside the what? The substrate. Are we together? Yes. Good. So let's continue. So let's look at the reproduction. Let's look at reproduction. How do fungi reproduce? Fungi reproduce what? Sexually and what? Asexually, okay? Sexually and what? Asexually. Sexually and what? Asexually. Most of them are sexually, okay? They form spores. In fact, is these spores that when these spores rest on the spores are dispersed in the air, maybe wind or whatever, when the spores rest on the substrate, terminate them. You see how they get to the word soft, okay? When they rest on the surface. So you know how does a cloth you not dry properly has fungi. They are spread like spores in the air. Okay? So when they come to when they rest on they keep resting on different surfaces. But if they rest on a dry one, they will not germinate, the two of us. So they keep resting on different surfaces. But when they rest on a surface with a favorable condition, when I say that moist surfaces, damp is favorable for them, they will germinate them. That's what happens. So they reproduce rapid. The spore formation is rapidly by spore formation. As well as reproduction. So they are released in the surrounding earth. I think I have explained that. Basically, this. I try to not to go deep into this so that I will maintain it at your level. Because this is JAM class, okay? This is O-level, this is JAM YA class. So I wouldn't want to go deep. Because you're not specialized in my college. So I will just say the level I can, based on the level you are. But if you have interest in this, you can come on. You can specialize in university, you go to this, you go to mycology. It's an interesting area. Alright, let's continue. So, from how I've said, do you think this fungi have any economic importance? Give me one economic importance of fungi, you know.
When they feed on dead decayed organisms,
Uh-huh.
when they decompose, they form a nice that they bring nutrients to the soil.
Good. By what? Dead organic matter. So that decomposing are two different things. The matter is there already, but they now come on and decompose it. When they decompose, they contribute to what? The manure for the nutrient. Recycling. Remember, nitrogen cycle. They're very important in nitrogen. They help in recycling. Very important. Remember, when you are asked remember this, when you are asked about the economic importance of an organism, please don't focus on only positive aspect. We have the positive one and the what? Negative one. Okay, so the negative one is also economic importance. Okay? That is how it is. So whenever you are asked, let's assume you are writing an essay exam or something, you are asked an economic importance of the particular organism, or you are talking about an organism, please always, and you want to talk about it, just, if you are asked to discuss fungi, this is what you say. So when you get to economic importance, try to talk about the positive and the what? Negative part. That's the point I'm making. So the one you mentioned now is positive. Okay? Positive economic what? Importance. Are we together? So because they are very important what? Decomposers. So they improve by that adding manure to the soil, they improve soil what? They improve soil what? Fertility. Okay? And they help to recycle organic materials in nature. Remember your nitrogen cycle, okay? Good. Just as we have nitrogen fixing bacteria. Hope you remember that? Good. Doing a nitrogen cycle, okay. This one also are there doing its own work. So, the fungi and bacteria, they are what saprophytes. Okay, let's continue. Now, let's look at any pharmaceuticals. There's something striking in there's one antibiotic, group antibiotic that were discovered. Antifungi. No. That's actually antibiotic. Remember the work of Fleming, Alexander Fleming. Which stage do you use in biology? If you use modern biology from in the beginning, almost the first science and what is it called, about the discovery of penicillin, you see how penicillin was discovered. How penicillin was discovered. Penicillin was discovered by who? Fleming, okay? He was just doing his own thing. He was just doing his own thing. He was just doing normal experiments. You notice that, I think that was the culture of bacteria. He noticed that there's a part in the disc where mold, there's a growth of mold grew in that particular spot. You didn't notice that the bacteria, in the bacterial culture, there was no bacterial growth around that mold. You became worried. Why? And I'm just giving a summary of what he did. You know? How come? And he did the same thing again. In fact, he now intentionally introduced that mold. Still, that mold introduced to now inhibited the growth of the bacteria. It was that he now discovered that there's something that this mold produces altogether that prevent the bacterial growth. So that's how now came up with what? That's how penicillin was discovered. You know, in culture, in your MCB now, you are taught culture now. Culture, how to you may see do it. So that, okay. The name of the mold is penicillin. The name of the mold is what? Penicillin. The name of the mold is what? Penicillin. So that take out it produce. Remember, I said that what drug the group of drug is what? What? Penicillins, okay? And the group of the antibiotics. You know penicillins now, antibiotics now. So you now realize that these penicillins, there's something that's produced by this mold, penicillin, that prevents the bacterial growth. Of course, when there's no bacterial growth, that means that thing is attacking the bacteria, true of us. That means if you isolate that thing and use as drug, it will inhibit bacterial growth, true of us. It will fight against what? The bacteria. So, you know, that chemical secreted by this penicillin. Penicillin is the mold. It's called what? Penicillin. So from there, different experiments, different synthesis were carried on. That today you have the natural penicillin and one that are synthetic. Are we together? Yeah. You did your source of drug now, right? Yes. There are penicillin that are synthetic, right? There are antibiotics that are synthetic, right? And there's one that are what? Natural. So the natural penicillin came from them. So from the start now, this is not pharmaceutical. But I just wanted to use opportunity to explain one or two things. So this will now go to the point I want to make now. The point I want to make now, I just took it advanced, but I'm back now to O level. The point I want to make here is that fungi helps in what antibiotics. Antibiotics. But that's what I'm making now. That's the point I want to make. Positive economic importance. So they are used to produce many important antibiotics. They are used to produce important antibiotics. So you now see the link of fungi with what? Antibiotics, okay? So that's why I started explaining Fleming's discovery. It's in this textbook, first page, second page, page 4 is there. Look for it. Look for modern biology, page 4. Discovery of penicillin. Just read it. You will appreciate what I'm explaining here since. Okay, please do that. Now, the next economic importance I want to talk about, positive ones. After we go to the negative one. Of course, some of them are edible, especially some mushrooms. True or false? Some mushrooms are what? Edible. So if they are edible, they serve as what? Food. Is it not?
Yes.
If they're edible, that means they serve as what? Food. So some fungi, example mushrooms, are what? Not all mushrooms, so you know how much?
Yes.
You don't go and see all mushrooms and start eating. Not all mushrooms, please. Alright, so another important economic, let's go to, we talk about from food industries, food. Let's talk about confectionery. Okay. Even in confectionery now, something like bread, in bread production, you know yeast now are used as what? To raise the dough, right? Dough raisers, right? Raise the what they do. So it's not a fungi, so it's of importance in confectionery. They're added to what? To the dough, to the what? To the bread, to make the dough. Are we together? Are we together? So it's used in bakeries. Bakeries are used in bakeries as raising agent to raise the dough. That means, of course, you know that we talk about leavened and unleavened bread. True of us, unleavened one does not have this, right? They don't rise. Good. So another economic importance I want to talk about is in beer production. Yes. Remember that yeast again undergo what? Fermentation, right? And most of the things they do there in breweries, what? Fermentation. True of us? Good. So not only in breweries, even in wine making industries, wine making and the what? And what? Breweries. They are used in fermentation processes. In making and what? Breweries. So let's look at the non-economic, the negative aspect, the negative side. Have you ever bought your bread? Bought bread? Maybe you kept it, take it to eat it tomorrow or next. When you put the bread, you see mold. Would it? Does it make you happy? So they spoil our what? Food. They spoil our what? Food. Not only food, even clothing. True of us. Clothing. They can spoil your, even your shoes. Clothing. Yes. Once they open the chapter of your shoe, and if you don't act fast, they will destroy that shoe. They will do what? Destroy the shoes. Okay. They also cause what? Diseases. But the one that pains us more is when they cause disease on our what? Crop plants. Okay? Crop plants. Now, remember I said that this is not a mycology class. I would have taken us deeper than this, but let me not take us too deep. I want to talk about just at this level, maybe let me point out just three, give examples of just one or two examples based on this. I want to talk about maybe some classes. We have the one we call Zygomycota. You can call it Zygomycotina. Zygomycota. Sometimes we see Zygomycotina. Like this book now, what we have here is Zygomycotina. Okay? Zygomycota. Example is Rhizopus. Rhizopus. I asked you a question before, but you didn't answer it. I asked you, Rhizopus and mold, are they the same thing? Huh? They are the same thing, please. This is your bread mold, special bread mold. Okay? Please. Rhizopus is bread mold. Bread mold is just the English name. But the same thing is Rhizopus. Rhizopus. Rhizopus what? Nigricans. Rhizopus. So if you hear Rhizopus, please, you are talking about what? Bread mold, please, okay? Please. I just ask it. I just ask question. So Rhizopus nigricans is what? Bread mold. Rhizopus nigricans is bread mold. Please note that point, okay? Rhizopus nigricans. Please. It belongs to the class. We have belong to what? Zygomycota, or you can call it Zygomycotina. Zygomycota. Some cases you see Zygomycota. Some you see Zygomycotina. Any of them is okay. So the example is what? Nigricans. Nigricans what? Rhizopus nigricans. So we also have the one we call, another one we call Basidiomycotina. Sometimes we just see Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes. Am I confusing you? Sorry. That's why I don't want to go into all these names. We have, you can see something like Basidio. See the spelling here. Basidiomycotina. Sometimes we just see Basidiomycetes. We are talking about the same thing, okay? Basidiomycotina. Example, mushroom belongs to this. Mushroom belongs to what? Basidiomycotina or Basidiomycetes. So the mushroom is a Basidiomycetes. Another one I want to talk about is what? After this, we just end fungi here. Then we look at past questions, see what we can do before our time elapses, okay? Another one is what is it called? ASCO. We have Ascomycotina. Yeast belong to this. Are there yeasts that are pathogenic? The one that causes fungal infection. What is it?
Wait.
The one that causes that one you could call, what is it called? Is it a yeast? Candida albicans. Is it this yeast? Candida albicans. Show it by now. Candida albicans. Is it a yeast?
Yes.
Does it cause infection yes?
Yes.
Let me ask you, are there yeasts that are harmful to the body?
Yes.
Please, let's look at who. Let's stop here and look at past questions so that we can review what we have done and see how far. Whether we would attempt the questions for the exams you are preparing, okay? Alright, so let's look at this question. This is also from Prep 50 Biology, UTME past question. So let's pick some questions here under fungi. We have about 16 questions for different years under here. So let's see what we can make out of it. I'll ask them, we look at it together and review it together, okay? The first question says, do I need to write on the board? Okay, let me write it on the board. For the benefit of those that are watching us. This list is not. Check if you can see another one in the other class. This is not good. Fast. Which one did you use to clean the board? And what? Where is it? Bring it. Is it down? Hey, no.
It's like so I'm looking for it. Yeah.
Get marker. Get duster, please. Fast. Okay. So we look at questions as compiled by Prep 50. This one is 1983 JAM question 43. Clean it fast. Okay, let's have this question from 93 Jam question. Google the meaning of this now. Para what? Minor. Google the meaning. You cannot answer the question without knowing the meaning of this. Yes, this may sound, looks so good, correct, but Google this. What's the meaning? Fast. What's that? Problem? I want you to find it out yourself. That's why I'm doing this. But let's look at the question first. This is 19. No, keep doing what I'm doing now. This is 19 watts, a tray. This is jam 19 a tray. Question 43. The question says, in rhizopus, carbohydrate is stored in the form of A, glucose, B, paramelon, C, glycogen, D. What's the answer? Huh? What's that? Why do you choose glycogen? Why not starch? Is that what? Speak up. Is that what?
It cannot be starch.
Why? Why can't it be starch? That's the question.
Because rhizopus is a fungi.
And what happens?
And it's not a plant, so it cannot be starch.
I agree. It's not a plant. The question is, why can't store starch? Because it's not a plant. So, okay, why does plant store starch? Food as starch. What makes plant store food as starch? That's you should learn how to answer questions.
Okay, you know, fungi, they don't make use of chlorophyll.
I agree with you. So what next? All right. So basically, you are correct, but you just to fine tune it. Just like animals that cannot photosynthesize. This can only when they break down the content of the carbohydrate content of this dead organic matter. They break it down to glucose, trophophos, and they will not absorb them, right? If they absorb them, inside them they will be stored as what? Glycogen, not as what? Starch. Okay? So the answer is what? The answer is what? C. Let's look at another one. So it's still not opening. What's going on? Why?
Fell my data after a long period of time.
Then maybe the phone is loaded with a lot of things now.
I don't know.
Remove all those unnecessary things from the phone now. No, all of them cannot be important. All cannot be important. Alright, now let's look at another question. This one says, I don't writing questions. Fast. Fast. Alright, this question is from JAM 2013, question 21. JAM 2013. Are you listening?
Yes.
As you open, leave it. Let's focus. After you can find the meaning of this later. Later you tell me. So the answer to this one is what? Right. Let's look at this one, please. It says fungi are referred to as heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. Because they A. lack chlorophyll, B. have mycelium, C. lack roots, filamentous. What's that? What's the answer? No idea.
I have right.
Answer it now. Tell me the answer.
I'm not sure.
Just say it.
Okay.
It's what? Why? Why did you choose A? Why not B? Why not C? Why not D? Why did you choose A? Why choose A? No idea. We have autotrophs, right? And we have heterotrophs. So autotrophs, they make their own what? Food. True or false? They have chlorophyll. True or false? They undergo photosynthesis, right? To produce their own food. We have heterotrophs. They cannot make their own food through photosynthesis. True or false? So heterotroph lack what? Chlorophyll. The answer is what? A. The answer is what? A. Chlorophyll. Now let's look at another question.
Okay. B. That's
What is it?
Is a carbohydrate similar to starch.
Is that all?
The chloroplasts found in Bulgaria contain chlorophyll, which aid in the synthetic of carbohydrate to be stored as starch.
Okay.
So it's the same thing as starch.
Okay. So let's continue. So this is the JAM 79 question 12 as stated in pre-50 JAM physics, JAM biology. The question says, which one of the following options is not true for mucor or rhizopus? A. Grows on moist dead organic matter. B. Is a plant. C. Has cellulose cell wall. D. Reproduces asexually by producing. What's the answer? C. Has cellulose cell wall. I agree. It has cell wall, but it's not cellulose. It's what? Chitinous. Is it a plant? Is what the cause a plant? Plant. How is it a plant? What makes it a plant?
Presence of that cell wall, that will really be a plant. Yes. Let me just say
I have issues with this question, but I intentionally brought it here. Fungi, are they plants?
They are not plants, but let me just say because of that person.
No, I don't. You know, that's the next of Niger. During this time, during this time, there was not like this classification we use now. Remember, those days we have just plants and animal market. That's what I'm from this question. I look at the question. This one doesn't really sound so hard to me. Look at the year. Let's say it's far.
JAM does not ask you for the correct answer. They
Yeah?
ask for the most.
No, they can fungi can have a plant now.
Yes, but they ask for the most correct answer.
There's nothing like, there's no way plants, this thing can be plants. Look at what the person said, which of the following option is not true for mucor or another plant? Isn't there a plant? Open a plant now, it's not a plant.
I know, but this JAM.
How? Is it because you see the answer that
it's not because answer.
Okay.
They ask, there are many answers that are correct. but they ask for the most correct. So I know it's not a plant, but when we see that they have sickle cell, it does not have sickle cell. We can just consider it being a plant, but we can't consider it being a sickle cell. It has a...
You say what? You say you can consider it, you can never consider it being a plant. You can never consider it being a plant. I'm telling you when this person was set.
I understand.
I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
presently they can't say they cannot
I
set
think
it
the
like that.
answer was, when I answered it, I said that the answer is a plant.
You don't understand what I mean. Then the answer, this is not a live question. And you can't change it now. This is the question that was set then. This is an old 1979. Jam said the first recorded exam was 1978. This is 1979. So this is old classification. Very old. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Then this answer is correct. But we're asking it now.
Both of them.
Now, this question is wrong. Or if they want to set a question like this, they will not include this plant. I'm judging from my own understanding. Yes, I agree, correct, but these fungi are not plants. Based on the 5 kingdoms we know now. When I was secondary school, SS1, there wasn't like a 5 kingdom. Then what we have is plants and animal. Period. Am I completing? That's what we have there. But now what we see is the 5 kingdom. In fact, even today, say fungi is still giving some issue, but at least with the 5 kingdom now it's better off than them. So this is the year I'm telling you was around 1999, 1999. When I was taught biology in my SS1, 1997, biology in my SS1. They were not like Monera, or those, what you have is just plants and animals. So in that situation now, fungi are, because of this thing, you can say, okay, because of this now, put it in what? But it was given the issue until this 5 kingdom came up. So I wouldn't, this is 1979. So if I'm to answer this question now, the question has issue. But then, the question was in order. Am I coming? That's the point I want to make. So there's nothing like
Yes.
the most idea.
I understand. Even the first time I saw the question.
They can't say the question like this now. Because this is old question. Am I completing? Yes, then this is the answer. But then this has very big question mark. Am I completing?
Yes.
Am I completing? Look at the question again. Let's look at the question again. Which one of the following options is not true? So if it's a plant, it's also correct. Being a plant is not true that it's a plant. That it's not true. True of course. But let's just leave it at that, okay? I'll take this and put question mark. Okay, this is correct. Am I completing? But judging it from when you say the question is correct. But I'm asking you based on what is happening now. That's why I put question mark here. And the jam cannot go and change it. Because that question is set. You can't change the question that was set. That error has passed. Is this past question that brought up this question now? So let's answer it with the mind of those days. Is correct. That's the answer. But answering it with the mind of today, correct classification. There's a question mark here. Am I contemplating? And I cannot say that JAM was wrong then. But had it been this question is 2022 question, that's what I can question JAM. Or what are you doing? Are you saying that fungi is a plant? Which I know they can never do it now. You know, as the year goes, you see question modification based on what is new. They fit in some question. Their question will fit into what is new. So let's leave it at that point. So the past question you read, they answered it based on when they set the question, which is this is correct. So let's leave the answer like that, okay? Clean the board. Let's get another question. Fast. All right, thank you. So let's look at another question. I don't.
Yes.
This question is from JAM 1980, question 1. It says, in mucor or rhizopus, carbohydrate is absorbed in the form of A, starch, B, sucrose, C, glucose, D, glycogen. Why? Why do you say glycogen? Tell us. Why glycogen? Huh?
Still the same with that first question.
Why is it glycogen? Why do you say glycogen? Why glycogen now?
It's absorbed in the form of, it can be starch, it can be sugar, which is sucrose, it can be glucose.
So what happened? How do they feed? Yes.
They feed.
How do
Mucor and
bread mold? What happens when bread mold is on bread? What happens?
they feed on it.
How? It breaks it down, right?
Yes.
What does it break down?
The nutrients.
What nutrient what nutrient does it break down in the bread? What is that in the bread that it breaks down? It's not carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates.
So if you break it down, what will you break it down to? Before you can absorb the nutrients. If you break down carbohydrates, you break it down, what will you get? As the simplest unit you can take up. Glycogen, what are you saying? What
when
you
you break down the carbohydrate.
Yes. Among all these options now, what will carbohydrate be broken down among these things now? This
It's glucose now.
If you break it down and take the nutrients, the carbohydrate is only there in the starch in this bread now.
Yeah.
If you break it down to what? Simplest unit, 2 of us,
Yes.
and absorb it.
Yes.
So what will you break it down to?
It's glucose.
So then how will you break it down to glucose and absorb it as glycogen? Okay, if you break it down then what contains glycogen? What does it contain? No, sorry. We are rubbing mind though. We are not looking at past history. We are looking at answers they gave. We are rubbing mind. We are applying our reasoning as science, as a scientist or science students. We are rubbing mind now. This is past questions review. It's not our regular lecture where I will stand and be talking alone. We are rubbing minds now. So let's reason this into it now. If you break down carbohydrate, it will come down among these things now. Which one is simplest in it? Glucose is simplest. It's single unit sugar, right?
Yes.
Just glucose. True, that is simply sweet.
Yes.
So if you break it down to this, before you can do what? Absorb it and nutrient. So how come how come it is absorbing it in the form of glycogen? I'm confused. No, this review and review. The student, you as a student can come here and say, me, I will sit down. We are learning together. Even our audience are watching on. Even the audience can contribute. We are learning. Hello, my audience. Please, you can contribute to this. So it's not only us here. This is our past question review. We are open minds. Please, if you have any contribution to make, please, you can call this number. You can call this number right now. So let's rub minds together, okay? You can call any of these numbers. Your open minds here. This past question review is not our regular lecture. We say that the first one is a muca or rhizopus. Carbohydrate is absorbed in the form of A, starch, B, sucrose, C, glucose, D, glycogen. And she said glycogen. So I want to know why it's glycogen. That's what we are doing here. We want to know why it's glycogen. So we are looking at what actually happens when rhizopus is bread mold. Rhizopus nigricans. We studied this in our lecture. So this bread is the substrate. So the bread being the substrate, they will digest the things, the bread, for them to feed on the bread is carbohydrate, right? They will digest it. So when they digest it, if you come down to the simplest unit, which is what? Which should be glucose. Now, if you take the nutrients, which is glucose, inside, so before it will now be restored as what? Glycogen. I agree with you, it can be stored like glycogen in the previous class. So, but we are saying glycogen. My student here is saying glycogen. Online students, please tell us which one is the answer. You can drop it on the comments. We have 2 minutes to do that, please. You can drop it on the comments. Feel free, drop it on the comments. If you cannot call, drop it on the comments. Feel free. We just 1 minute to run it up. So, even though most pastors are saying glycogen, I still don't know why they are saying glycogen.
Okay, the answer is supposed to be glucose.
My answer is what? Glucose. I still don't know why that. I've seen past Christians saying glycogen. I've seen past Christians saying glycogen. But why they say glycogen is what I don't know. It's what I don't know. It's not logical to me. Absorb as glycogen how? It's not logical to me. It's more logical to be absorbed as what? Glucose. So I would choose option C. That's my option. Okay, let's continue. Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Okay. This question says, one feature of the fungi, something you see in that question. One common feature, sorry. One common. One common feature of the fungi, algae, mosses, and ferns is that they A. are photosynthetic, B. have no seeds, C. reproduce by means of conjugation, D. can survive dry conditions. This is JAM question, JAM 1981, question 39, as stated in pre-50 physics biology JAM. All right, let's look at the question again. What do you think? Please, this question is for everybody, please, not for us on site here. If you know the answer, please feel free to drop your comments or call any on this line. Feel free. All right, so tell us, what is the answer? What do you think is the answer? Number 5. What do you think is the answer?
Have no seed.
Have no seed. Why do you say have no seeds?
Because all of them have seed. And all of them are not photosynthetic.
I agree with you. For this fungi is not. I agree with you.
Yes.
Fungi can, it's only when they combine with algae in what is it? When fungi and algae symbiotically come together, what is it called? Don't worry, we'll see the leaching. Let's continue. Continue, huh?
They cannot reproduce by the means of conjugation.
Okay.
They make use of spore.
Not all, okay?
Yes. They can survive dry conditions. Some of them can survive, some cannot survive. So
Yeah.
the most common among them is that
The common one is what they have no seed. Now, when we get to Bryophyta and the Talophyta, Bryophyta and the Talophytes, then you understand this 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3. But I think that is the next. One of the first groups we are going to treat under plant, Kingdom Plantae. You understand this? The answer is actually what? B. Have no seeds. Have no seeds. They have no seeds. Clean the board. Let's move to the next question. Okay, let's look at the next question. Are you done? Okay. This question says, which of the following is not true of mucor? Which of the following is not true of mucor? A. It contains chlorophyll. B. Grows saprophytically. C. Bears spores. That should be spores. Bears spores in sporangium. Bears spores in sporangium. D. Consists of hyphae. Consists of hyphae. Some options here will take us to something. Will take us to something I missed in this one guy. In the event to cut some long story short, I missed some things. There are some things in the body, in mold, I didn't talk of. We have what you call the spores. I mentioned spores, right? Spores are found inside sporangium. Then the structure that holds the sporangium is called sporangiophore. Sporangiophore. Okay? So you have something like this. Basically, you have something like this. Sporangium is like this, right? You have this is sporangiophore, okay? Then you start having the hyphae, okay? The hyphae that branch inside the what? Substrate, okay? Yeah. Then we have the one, when they have network of hyphae, we have what? We have some that will extend to this place. We have another one, sporangiophore, okay? This is sporangiophore, sporangium. Inside sporangium we have the spores, okay? So if the sporangium break open, the spores will do was spread and disperse, okay? So this is what I did mention, sporangiospore. So inside the substrate, you start seeing the branching of the hyphae, and they will form a network of different hyphae. When they come together, they form what? My cell, okay? Okay, so this is what I didn't mention. This is sporangiophore. And this is what? Sporangium. Inside we have the word spores. So in this sporangium, sporangium break open, the spores will do what? Will disperse. So if they disperse, they will carry by the winds, air on air. So any substrate like bread they fall on, they will germinate them and grow another. So after their cellular respiration, the product will be spore. Spore, when the sporangium get open, the spore will disperse. So let's stop it here. Now let's look at the question and answer this question. Where? Which of these is not true of mucor? A. It contains chlorophyll. B. Grows saprophytically. C. Bears spores in sporangium. D. Consists of hyphae. A. The answer is A. Contains chlorophyll. They don't have chlorophyll. Okay? So this is the answer. E. They without saprophytic mode of vegetation, they will not grow. True of us. They need to eat. As I explained here, spores is found inside the water. Why not satisfy that for most of the time? As you can see here, the spores is found inside the water, sporangium, okay? Though then consists of what? Hyphae. I think I thought about hyphae, right? So that's what it is, okay? That's the answer is what? A. I think we'll stop it for today. We'll stop it for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we have what? Chemistry. Tomorrow we have what? Chemistry. So we'll continue tomorrow. Any question? Alright, in the absence of any question, I want to thank you for coming around. And I also want to thank our audience for being with us. Please join us here every day for Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for now. 4 to 6 p.m. we are here. Even we may not start exactly 4, but just know that between 4 and 6 p.m. we are here. teaching different subjects, you can join us. If you have any contribution to make, especially in our past person review, feel free. Feel free. If you have any question, please feel free to chat any of these numbers on WhatsApp. You can call us on WhatsApp. Please follow us here. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. My full lectures can be found on my YouTube channel and Facebook page, From Eternity, the School Board. God bless you. Share with your friends, your colleagues, your students, your children. Someone out there may be in need of these lectures. And God will bless you as you do so. See you next time. Bye-bye.